Feels absolutely good. 100x on crude oil. If you go back to my yesterday's video, you're going to see that I was talking about crude oil bouncing from that fib level, etc. And cryptocurrencies would all make the exact move and go up. I'm not very confident right now with the bullishness of that move isolated. And I'm gonna show you my charts and the profits I took this night. It was a happy night. Let's get to know what the markets can prepare for us this week. Started my day with a little dabudumi. When I go leverage, I really don't use much. I cannot afford to lose anything. So yeah, you may laugh at me, but I just made $100 profit on this dot trade, and Polkadot gave me the opportunity to go out and have picanha with my kid on a barbecue Brazilian restaurant. Awesome, delicious, and full of animal fat. Very healthy. So, that what what made me go leverage right here. I saw signs of Polkadot getting exhausted, and it was a while ago before crude oil had that dump. I saw it was like getting oversold right here, and then I bought that, and then I saw it going down. But I also saw that there was this resistance here formed by I always get trouble to say trending line. Yeah, this trend line here, trend line. Okay, and let me go to the daily chart. You will see where this trend line comes from, and it indicated me that well, it's a good purchase right now. It's probably at least going to make a bounce move right here. Can be a dead cat bounce, so beware. I mean, if you are on altcoins as I am, I'm basically all in right now, but I'm using stop losses, okay? And I'm using stop losses that make sense, right? Like just underneath here, it's a stop loss that makes sense because you can trace those lines here and you can check that. I mean, if we break lower than these levels, then it can be very bad. But even though, I mean, the entire altcoin market is being more profitable than Bitcoin itself right now, right? And this is awesome. Okay, so I close my leverage trade. Also want to show you why, right? Because going back to the 1 hour here, we had a very great night. We had a bounce on crude oil. Yes, we did. But look at that and learn something. I mean, when you are in extreme risk, for example, I could just fucking lose $100 and I would not be going out to have lunch, to have fat meat outside today. I would be just like, oh, god damn it, motherfucker. So what did I do? I'm using the last swing high right here as the base for pulling out my profits, because what I believe that can happen right here is that the asset's going down for a great while. It takes a bounce and then it's going to face resistance on the previous swing high and at least go a little bit back right now. And when it's doing that, something can happen in the market and then just can see the asset go down. And then I mean, when I'm using leverage, I just don't let the trade going on for a very long time. Okay, so this was one of my trades and one of the observations that I wanted to make. Yeah, BitTorrent, I'm expecting it to make its bounce. Also, same thing. I bought some here, but I bought spots. I'm just leaving it alone, letting it ride. I got some KuCoin token, and I expect it to do very good. And also, they give bonuses, so for everyone who holds that on KuCoin. And as you may see here, we were in a descending channel, and this descending channel just got a little bit sharper. And what does that mean? I mean, we did have a good zone of support right here that we just crossed. But what's going on right now is that we're trying to reach it. Okay, so if we're trying to reach that, let me put that back again. If we're trying to reach that right here, okay, yeah, zero, and we get rejected, then, well, not a very good thing, because actually it's just going low. It's just going back to the previous trading zone right here. But if we find support here for this token, absolutely buy it, because look at the volume. The volume is just uh the volume is just going intense right here. Okay, so we may see a little bit of a rejection here, but if we keep doing that and we find support here, eventually it's a very good buying opportunity. As you see, there is volatility going on right now. The price is following up. Nothing major for you to be concerned. Oh, whoa, this is going to go down. It's going to get rejected and it's going to go lower than anything. I mean, that's not what I'm seeing here on these charts, I'm also seeing the DMI give me indications that the selling trend is getting weaker right here. See? So DMI selling trend going lower and signal line going lower as well. So this means that we may see boost getting in on the KuCoin token, and it's a good staking product. I mean, it's not even staking. I mean, they give you a bonus for holding that you can claim the bonus daily. So that's a very good token to get in if you have like $4,000, $5,000 easily available. It's a very good opportunity. So now let's take a look what's the stock market's doing. And as I mentioned yesterday, you all have to beware of doing a lower low right here, okay? Because if we don't close for the next day, if we don't reach that line here, another record high, and we get rejected around here, and we start to form lower lows, then you should be concerned. And that would mean that Bitcoin can really go reach lower levels. And I would say, so going back to stock markets to take more of a look on what's going on, all the stocks are like hinting that they are going to be rejected on lower highs. I'm saying lower lows, but I mean lower highs. Forgive me, I just woke up. I'm super excited and still sleepy. Yeah, that's going on, and except for Nasdaq, that's really doing well. Remember last year when we were, was it last year? I mean, on the election phase, yeah, and everyone was talking about Biden winning and that being very positive for the tech stocks. Okay, all the technology companies would perform very well with Biden as president. So here you go, my guys and girls. And I have a suggestion for you to keep an eye on NVIDIA, right? Stocks, because it just spiked really hard. It can have a great pullback. In fact, let's go and take a look at it. So yeah, we had a great spike and we already had a pullback. So Nasdaq is doing very well today, right? And do not open any long position ever when you see a parabolic move like that. That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is wait for the parabolic move to get a correction. I would expect a correction nearby those levels here, 100, 140, 150. And if I see that thing here reversing, let me show you what I want to see reversing. Then I'm going to explain the fundamentals of that trade, why I want to get in. When I see that thing here reversing, this is the volume, okay? These are the volume waves. Right now, as we saw a major parabolic move on NVIDIA, we're seeing that it's breathing down. When this thing reaches lower levels here and it starts to reverse upwards, it's time to get in. You will probably see that bar here going green. You will probably see volatility here, which would be red, because in this case here, this shadow here on this indicator means that the volatility is in the house. So if you see that going on and if you see the bar going green, because it's telling you that the volume is reversing back up again after a little bit of a correction on NVIDIA, then fucking buy the shit out of it. Because why am I saying that? I'm sorry, I was analyzing the price, the price spread wave. What I meant was this indicator here, which is like, you just see a difference of color, but same thing is going on. Okay, there are accordingly, there's no divergences between them. So everything I said is valid. When you see that going on, you can get in, probably, highly probably. Probably it's going to be around these levels here because of this colored EMA, okay? If it just starts to cross below it and it just keep going on, then maybe it's not a very good time to get in. But what I want to say fundamentally about NVIDIA is that mining cryptocurrencies is getting harder for China, of course, for Chinese people and people allocated in China for that were mining there. But mining with graphic cards is becoming easier, and actually graphic cards had a little bit of a drop on their prices after seeing a spike on the graphic cards prices because of the demand for people that people were bringing for mining. And also gaming, is because gaming is a field that's just growing very strongly, and Nvidia is doing great jobs on their graphic cards and on their selling and the marketing and the quality of the products and everything. So I think that because of that boom, people will just stop to use. If you see the graphic cards prices getting a little bit lower, you will see that there will be a lot of demand, and that's how a great company works. I mean, when the company sees demand, a lot of demand, and they're able to lower the prices a little bit, people jump in like motherfuckers. People would jump in like fucking cockroaches on lollipops, and then they'll just get in and buy the shit out of it, and then you will see the stocks going higher and reaching levels that are very, expected for a company like Nvidia and the products that they deliver, and the technology boom that we're living on our civilization. So that's what I expected. That and Xiaomi as well. As I showed before, Xiaomi is an amazing company to invest in, and they're just in the beginning of their journey, and they're part of the OTC Markets Corporation fund index, and then you can find it easily on exchanges. Um, and that's it. I wanted to show you Nvidia, and that's what's going on with the stocks today. So beware. If you were in profits, take the profits. I mean, it's never a bad thing to take profit, but something also is getting bullish for cryptocurrencies in my chart. I don't know in your charts, but I traced this triangle, taking in consideration the long shadows, leaving them aside, and the bottom of these shadows here. So, and then I just saw it going down, but I was not so sure that it would break this little level here because it took me a while to observe and trace those Fibonacci blue levels here. And as you can see, I have other lines going on those direction on diagonal, but this ones took me a while, and I saw that there is a meaning on these levels here, and they're the levels of $28,000 that everyone is talking about. So there's a lot of buying um, intention at those levels. I'm pretty sure because I'm analyzing, a lot of people talking about it, a lot of analysts talking about it, a lot of tweets about it, and there's a lot of buzz on the 28,000 levels. And as you can see, I mean, crude oil just did a little bit of a rebound. Oh, it was a fucking great rebound. I mean, I sold it early, but that was 100x leverage, so I don't even care. When I'm 100x leverage, I just go like, oh, I'm in profit. Okay, walk out. So because I was not sure what that could do, but this is good. Okay, but this is not telling us that everything is just going to go to the moon exactly right now, because look at all the right now. I mean, we're forming a lower high for crude oil at the moment, and if we keep seeing that happening, and if we just break this level here, damn, things are going to get ugly for the stock markets. Things are going to get ugly for cryptocurrencies as well. So right now I'm even considering to sell 50% of my crypto holdings, and if we drop below, I'm going to buy the shit out of them again. And that's basically what I am planning to do. Besides that, let me take a look at gold. Where is the gold? Gold. Yeah, gold is not doing shit as well. Okay, so gold is just like, and that is a sign of uncertainty because nobody knows where crude oil is going, and gold is just waiting on that line here, that very important trend line, to see what everything is going to do and take actions, because gold is more of an asset for conservative people. And I don't perceive a lot of manipulation on gold, but sometimes you can get an indication of that happen, especially on bigger time frames because of things like that. Here you see a blue bar. I mean, the volume was going down, and then we see a spike in volume, and then we see the volume keep going down, and that's not a very good sign. So beware, everybody. That was very good what we saw on cryptocurrencies because we saw buyers stepping in, but keep observing what the markets are going to do, because that's the case in where we just need to get focused on taking out profits and maybe saving up some Benjamins or some euros or whatever the fuck currency you use on your homeland, then getting in when shit gets lower. And the only thing that I'm not convinced that we are right now is in a bear market. So I will probably be buying the dips slowly and progressively. Don't just go all in like a crazy, you know, kamikaze pal peep. And that's all I have to say to you. Everybody have a nice day. Now I'm going to eat meat with a lot of fat. Let's go, kid. Let's go.